So this episode of One Piece had me in absolute bits. This relationship between Chopper and Hiriluk that's been developed over the last few episodes is one of the most genuine and beautiful bonds that I've seen in any show ever. And I'm so insanely invested in Chopper as a character now. Everything that this poor little reindeer has been through, like him trying to get that mushroom in order to save Hiriluk, going back and confronting his family, the ones that, ostracized him when he was little because he was different, him fighting back because of the inspiration that he got from Hiriluk, fighting through all of that and then getting the mushroom for Hiriluk to have. And, he comes back and he's completely battered and bruised. He has a broken leg. He's been absolutely destroyed, but he's done this, to save his friend, the only person that has ever accepted him. And little does Chopper know that the mushroom that he just gave to Dr. Hiriluk is actually completely poisonous and kills you within half a day. And the reason he thought that is because he read through this book and it had a little skull next to it. And Dr. Hiriluk told him that a skull means, anything is possible. That's what it represents. And Chopper misinterpreted that, and Hiriluk ate it anyway, I think as a way to sort of encourage Chopper, because he was going to die regardless. And it was almost his way of saying, even though he is going to die, he's going to be a great doctor one day. And what he did for him was so beautiful and genuine. Hiriluk wanted to, eat the mushroom anyway, just to show how much he appreciates Chopper and loves him. And oh man, it's such a beautiful moment, but so insanely tragic at the same time. Like, bro, I was struggling. I was fighting back tears in this episode so far. Like everything that Chopper has been through, dude. Like I think he's my favorite character. I like it's already. Like, you know what I mean? He's only been recently introduced, and we only know his backstory. But I feel like we know so much about him as a character and as how kind-hearted he is, and how much he really, after everything he's been through with humans and the way he's been treated, he still has such a kind heart. And now he wants to become a doctor just to save people. And he believes that there's no disease that can't be cured because of what he's learned from Dr. Hiriluk and Dr. Hiriluk's dreams and everything like that. It's beautiful, man. Like, I know this is the most coherent video, but I'm stunned, man. What an amazing episode. And backstory in general, like the whole story of Hiriluk and Chopper has been beautifully tragic. We also in this episode learned how Chopper ended up with Dr. Koreha, and that is of course with Hiriluk knowing that he's going to die. He went to her and asked her to take Chopper on as an apprentice and turn him into a great doctor one day, and also continue his dream of curing the heart of Drunk Kingdom. And it just goes to show, a lot of this episode was showing how great of a person Hiriluk is. Even though he was laughed at and he was considered a quack doctor, he is genuinely a beautiful soul. He really cares about curing people, and he really cares about curing this disease that Drum Kingdom has, which is Wapol and his corrupt system and the 20 MPs thing. And he got lured in by Wapol by saying the 20 MPs were ill, and he knew, that that Dr. Hiriluk would come. He baited him in order to kill him. But I think Dr. Hiriluk sort of knew this might happen because he brought an explosive to drink, and he offed himself. And he has a beautiful speech saying, when is it that somebody truly dies? Is it when a bullet goes through their heart? Is it when they drink a poisonous soup? Or it's none of those things. It's actually when somebody forgets them. And he's going to make sure that his legacy continues with Chopper. He even refers to Chopper as his son. That's how much he loves Chopper, how much he cares about him. He sees him as family. He sees him as his child. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it's just wow. What an amazing, oh man, Oda is a genius. I get goosebumps just thinking about this story, to be honest. Like, I want to rewatch it all over again right from the start, because it is so amazingly written. And at the end of the episode, we see Chopper waving Dr. Hiriluk's flag to Dr. Koreha and asking her to teach him medical science because he believes that every disease in the world can be cured. He wants to continue the legacy of Hiriluk. And yeah, it's going to be, that's how we basically ended up where we are today in the present, where Wapol has just showed up again, and in the modern day. And I can't wait to see Wapol hopefully get the shit kicked out of him by Luffy and everybody else, and maybe Chopper. And I want to see where this stuff with the cherry blossom trees goes, if that goes anywhere, because that is still something that remains sort of unsolved. This whole cherry blossom thing. Dr. Hiriluk says he found it sort of near the end, in the middle of the episode. There's like a pink, thing. His 30 years worth of culmination of his work, and that's still left unresolved. You know, the cherry blossoms and stuff like that, even though it shouldn't be possible. Maybe it'll be a symbol of hope or something like that for Drum Island. We'll just have to see. But this has been my favorite, and I think the best story in One Piece so far. You know, this and then Arlong Park are incredible. But Oda, like I said, is a absolute genius. Like he's ripped my heart to shreds with this. Shout out to Dalton as well for saving Chopper in the end and fighting back against Wapol and getting thrown in jail over, you know, fighting for his cause, what he believes in. And he's obviously also inspired by Dr. Hiriluk, the one man that he believed could cure this corrupt and sick country. So that's how he's ended up on the bad side of Wapol as well. But yeah, I've got a whole new respect for Dalton too. But Chopper, man, he's been through it. He's been through so much. I don't think any character's been through as much as Chopper has in this series, and I'm rooting so hard for him, man. But yeah, that's the story of Dr. Hiriluk and Chopper. What an incredible story. I really hope we get to see the resolution of these cherry blossoms, and we get to see Dr. Hiriluk's dream come true. But we'll just have to see. But yeah, literally 10 out of 10, perfect and heartbreaking. Wow.